Hello, engineering students. This is CAD exercise number 5 in Autodesk Inventor. Go ahead and open a new part and make sure you change your settings, your tool document settings, units to millimeter. Apply, close. Okay, click on Start a New 2D Sketch and click the XY plane. The part we're making today is this one right here. In this video, this part right here. Okay. So follow along as best as you can. You'll be making the part and technical drawing. Alright, so we're going to start off with the circles. So click the circle tool, click on the origin, and the outside diameter for this one is 100. Zoom out. I'm going to line these up. There's another circle to the right of that with a diameter of 50. And the distance between the two centers is 100. Click dimension, click the two centers, and they should all be lined up just like that. Alright, now we have there's a few things we need to do next. I'm going to draw a rectangle kind of like right there. Don't worry about the dimension right away. Tapping escape. The dimension between the top and bottom should be 10. And then what we're going to do is we're going to center that with the center of the circles. So click on, let's see, horizontal constraint should work. So I'm going to click horizontal constraint, find the midpoint of the rectangle and the center mark of the circle. And that did not work. So let me horizontally constrain the two centers of the circles. Now it did what I needed it to do. Then we're going to trim up the rectangle to take out all of those lines that I just took out. Take a moment to do that. Tap escape. And then we're going to do something very similar down here. Click rectangle, draw a rectangle, just like that. The distance between the sides, the left and right, is 50. And then what we're going to do is we're going to vertically constrain the midpoint of that to the center mark of the circle. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and trim that out. Yes, trim. Okay, that should have worked. Now we have a circle inside of this one that should be 64 millimeters in diameter, and then there's one here that is 25. Okay, one more time, we're going to use the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle like that. Now in the drawing I have, the distance, I believe it's 6 between the left and right. And now let's vertically constrain it to the center mark. It's really important that the rectangle is going past the circle at the bottom here because we're going to trim all that out. So click trim, trim that, trim this line, trim, and trim. Okay, so now we have the main shape. Click Finish Sketch. Click your home on your view. And we're going to extrude all of that by 40. So click Extrude. Click the shape. Type 40 in your distance and click OK. Pretty straightforward shape in my opinion. Let's look at the drawing again. So in the drawing, now we have this rib feature here that we're going to do next, and then this hole. Okay. So in the origin tab on the left side, we should have a XY plane. And we're going to extend, we're going to make a midpoint. Actually, no, we don't need that. We're going to go to plane, mid-plane, and click on both sides. So that way we get the center, the work plane in the center. And now I'm going to right click on that, new sketch. I'm going to find this button right here called slice. And then I'm going to project these lines here. Click on your line tool, and we're going to click a line and draw a line like that. And then use tangent to tangent it up to both circles. Trim, trim. And now right off the bat, this should create a shape here because we're projecting those lines. So that should work. So I'm going to click Finish Sketch, click Extrude, and it is working. So it automatically wanted to extrude that shape. What we need though is this symmetric option right here, and then we're going to change the distance to 10. Click OK, and that should have worked. That's what exactly it looks like in the drawing I have. And now on the 3D model. I'm going to then right click on that work plane and uncheck visibility. And last but not least, we have a hole right here that's going through the whole thing. So on that surface, right click New Sketch. Click the circle tool, draw a circle that is 15 in diameter, and then we're going to dimension it. Let's see, I believe it is 20 from the side and 15 from the bottom. Finish sketch, extrude cut through all, click OK. And there you have it. CAD part number 5 in under 8 minutes. Okay, save it. CAD exercise 5. Save. Okay, so at this point in time, you should already know how to make technical drawings. So I'm going to speed through my technical drawing using my custom template. Okay, so you can keep watching, or you can go ahead and start your own technical drawing. I'm just going to go ahead and fly through this once this gets loaded. Base. Okay, there we go. I think I like it in 1:1. Yeah, that's going to work for me. Double click on that. I'm going to change the scale. Keep it shaded. Anytime you hear like a tapping, that's the escape key. Oh, I gotta go back. Let's see. Sketch, edit sketch. The dimension between the center mark and the bottom should be 75. And let's make sure all of this, oh man, I really messed up there. Now that's off. Let's make that 3 and 3. There we go. Sketch. Sorry about that, guys. Totally forgot that dimension. But it's never too late to go back and fix it. I realized that when I went to make this dimension here, this was missing. I think that's all the dimensions that we need. Yeah. Okay, so now let me just make these look a little prettier. Change it to Technic. Save and close. There we go. Okay, file, save as, make sure it's not saved as your custom template. Add exercise 5. Saving. And then I'm going to update my eye properties so it doesn't say designed by teacher, and it'll have the title and the correct date. So file, come on CAD, there we go. Eye properties. And that's going to open up in just a moment. Let's try that again. File, eye properties. There we go. Summary, teacher, that's my name. Title, CAD, EX5. Project, change the creation date to today's date. Designer. CAD, exercise 5. I like everything in all caps. And typically, there we go. And then save it one more time. And then I'm going to export it as a PDF so that I can print it or send it and nothing gets affected. My computer's being extra slow today. Alright, now file, export PDF, and boom, I am done. I hope I'm done. I hope I haven't made any more mistakes. If you caught any mistakes, let me know. It's always good for me to make sure I'm doing things correct. And that's the bell. And hopefully you have this done before the period is over.